Exploring our metaverse is kinda awesome, right? Here you can hear from folks who work on the daily to build immersive experiences like this. Get inspired for how customer experiences like these can boost your brand. Say hello to Josip Vlah, NFT and Metaverse Lead at RZLT, and deeply involved in digital fashion. We're hearing from him on when and how your brand can take advantage of NFTs.
Hello, everybody. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you to DEPT Agency and to Meta Festival for having me. My name is Josip Vlah, and I'm the NFT and Metaverse lead at RZLT. Where in the past year and a half, I've been helping brands enter from Web 2 to Web 3. And today we're going to be talking about how can brands utilize NFTs in the best possible way and how to properly structure a Web 2 brand in the Web 3 space. So firstly, to start off, in this meta that we're currently in, we've seen a lot of different ups and downs in the crypto space. And I think the most important approach, the best approach currently when it comes to brands entering the Web3 space is by starting a small collection. So there's no need to build 10K projects, big collections, but rather start small and start utilizing from there on by building a loyal community and a loyal fan base. So G Money, one of the most profound personas in the Web3 space, highlighted this in the perfect way and strategized it the best way possible. So what they did, they gathered Ethereum addresses from their loyal fans, which attended Twitter Spaces and which attended real-life meet and greets throughout the world. And in the past year, they have been gathering them, and they have then airdropped an NFT last week to those holders and build a community around them of 1,000 people, which will then have exclusive perks for all the bigger drops that will come in the future. And when we're thinking about strategizing, I think it's important for the brands to create a strategy in the long run. So we've seen multiple different projects, be that from the Web2 brands, from the NFT projects in general, as well as startups, which didn't have a long-lasting vision for the NFTs. And when it comes to strategizing, don't look at it from the way, okay, we're going to have a strategy for 2 to 3 months and then we're going to figure something out, but rather look at it in a way, okay, let's have a timeline of 2 years. Let's maybe utilize NFTs now at the beginning from a small collection for marketing and PR activities, and then later on utilize them as a revenue share, which will add on top of the brand itself. And then you have this timeline and you have the end goal that you want to achieve with your brand. And in between, there can be a lot of ups and downs and a lot of the things which can go tremendously right, and you can innovate different things in the process. As new tools, NFT technologies come into play, you might be thinking, okay, this just came out, we can incorporate this into our project. But the end goal stays the same and the vision stays the same of what you want to achieve. So one of the projects which highlights this the best way possible is the recent collaboration with Palm NFT Studio and DC. So Palm NFT Studio created 200,000 pieces of NFTs for DC, and this whole process and the whole strategy lasted for almost 3 years. So they started strategizing on this project back in 2019, which back then NFTs, nobody has even talked about them. So basically now with this, you see that it's not everything that it's going to be, okay, we're going to have this in 1 week and we're going to have this in 2 to 3 weeks, and then we're going to have everything ready for the NFT drop. You have to think about it in the perspective that everything is dynamic and there's a lot of modular pieces. In the NFT space in particular, you have marketing, which then directly corresponds to Web3. And the Web3 marketing is a bit different than the traditional Web2. It's like an add-on onto the digital marketing that everybody knows. And also the same thing goes with the design, with the development, with possible metaverse integrations, as well as community. Moreover, when looking at brands in the Web3 space and how can they structure it properly, we have innovation. So Web3 is a high-paced game where there's a lot of things that are happening in day-to-day basis, and a lot of new tools are coming out. And I think that brands, one of the most important aspects when strategizing is to also account for innovation in terms of augmented reality, virtual reality, creative artificial intelligence, as well as blockchain at the end of the day. Meaning those brands, meaning you can utilize it in this, meaning you can utilize those technologies which are immersive based, and those technologies can be add on to the NFT, and you don't need to look at it and you don't need to look at NFT as a 2D only character piece of JPEGs or PNG, but they can then rather have a utilization in different metaverse worlds as well as AR and other technologies. When looking at NFTs in general as well, and with some brands that also entered the Web3 space, we have the strategic partnerships. We have Bud Light. Bud Light created a strategic partnership with Dance DAO. And we also have a recent collaboration that happened almost a couple of months ago, which was Adidas, Punk's Comic, G Money, and Bored Ape Yacht Club. And those creative and strategic partnerships enable brands to enter the Web3 space and target the community of that project, and basically onboard the already existing community of one particular project or a DAO or something similar into the brand itself, and actually add on additional value to that community by creating a partnership together. But you also need to think that you never have those communities that you create have to be both ways and vice versa, meaning you need to give something to that community for them to basically create a real nice organized partnership. And with that, I would love to conclude our little talk over here. I just want to say thank you to the DEPT agency once again, and also Meta Festival for having me. And if you need anything from the strategy and the creative side, feel free to get in touch. Thank you so much.